Rakah Halal, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash, and double unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. The peace and taste of the Akam doing his work in truth and sincerity in the four corners of the earth. Alright, I'm gonna do this lesson. Okay, I was just in motion, and I just thought, just looking around, alright, Babylon, you know, and seeing the pride of these people, the pride of these Edomites, who are so proud of this nation and America, Babylon is the greatest nation of all time, and this is the land of opportunity and wealth and all this shit, you know. And truly, America is a facade, man. You know, it's a complete facade. All right, and that one Jake, Tone Talks, that goes into the decadent veil, which is a pretty, deep statement, you know, which he applies mainly to Jakes, with these celebrities, you know, pushing that image, these Jake celebrities and these rappers and athletes, they pushing an image to everybody that you Negroes are doing good here in America, because you have your Kobe Bryants, your LeBron James, your 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 I would say Idris Elba, Idris Elba, your Will Smiths. All right, so it's assumed that, oh man, the so-called, them Negroes doing good over there. They got all the opportunities in the world, you know, but it's really all a facade. All right, because if you look at the wealth, between Edomites and Jakes, even being in 2025, the wealth gap is even larger than it was, in the early periods of America, man, which is crazy. But then an Edomite will come up to you and tell you, oh, you got it better off now, you know, oh, y'all doing better now, whereas the racial wealth gap has got even worse, you know. But it's not even just a decadent veil, over Jake's eyes. It's over everybody's eyes here in America, man. Look at, man, America is built off of debt, man. Debt and credit and loans and shit. All right, these people are spending money that they don't really have. All right, and that's not really a way um that the world is supposed to be operating in, man. All right, you're supposed to save your money, and buy shit, outright. All right, but everybody got a mortgage. All right, a death note. Everybody got a car loan, which they going and buying. I mean, you seeing people riding in 2024 Escalades. They riding in fucking 2024 Camaros and Hellcats and shit. And you thinking to yourself, how the fuck, do these people afford this shit? You know, and they can't afford it. You know, they paying $1,000 car notes, man, which is, I'm talking about, that shit was unheard of. 5, 6, 7 years ago, to have $1,000 car note on a fucking car. you know. And even though the interest rate's up, they don't give a shit. They want it, man. They want it. They don't care what their interest rate look like. They don't care what that monthly car payment is. Okay, so they can keep up with the Joneses, man. And that's a small part of it, man, because you got all these businesses and shit, you know, that Esau is so fucking proud of, man. Most of these businesses are in fucking debt. All right, they up to their fucking nose in debt. They choking on a goddamn debt, man. Okay, and the government just keeps on steadily, giving them that funny money, man, printing off that funny money, okay, just to keep them alive, all right, just so they can continue to pay their employees and pay the CEOs and the VPs and all these chairmen and shit, you know. just to keep it going. But the company essentially is not even profitable. All right, the company ain't profitable, man. They just making just enough money to pay the employees, and so that everybody get paid. All right, that's all these fucking companies are doing essentially, man. And there's a lot of them. All right, if the banking system go, America falls overnight, man. And that's what's gonna happen when this collapse comes. All this fucking surety and assurity and all these fucking comforts, are gonna be out the window, man. And you're gonna see how much people really make. You know, you're gonna see how much people really have. All right, when the bankers cut that valve, man. When they turn that valve closed, all right, and you got people getting rich off of this shit. They're getting rich off of that banking system, man. But who's sitting there holding that bag, man? America, Babylon is sitting there holding that bag of debt. All right, but the rich keep getting richer, but they not responsible for that debt, man. Look at that the housing market crash that happened, I believe in '08. Here it is, these companies was making bad deals, putting everybody and their mama in a house. If you work at fucking McDonald's, they'll clear you for a $250,000 house. All right, and was calling all the loans that they was giving out AAA loans when they really wasn't. All right, they was terrible. They knew the people weren't gonna be able to pay for the house. All right, but guess what? The loans got cleared, and all these real estate agents and all these fucking uh, uh, uh these banks, they all got paid. You know, everybody was getting paid. Okay, and then when the debt got too damn high, what did they do? They bailed their ass out, man. All right, and they knew they was gonna get fucking bailed out. All right, because they said, like in that movie, The Big Short, they showed like, man, if this shit was to happen and the shit did collapse, what would that mean for the American people and all this shit, you know? And at the time when that shit was about to collapse, the people that was in the Big Short, because they were shorting the market, the real estate market, they could see like, hey, this shit was supposed to collapse by now. Why that shit ain't collapsed? And they could tell that they was fucking with the money, man. They was fucking with the information, that they was putting out to the people. All right. And then at the end of the movie, they end up getting bailed out anyway. I think it was Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae and shit. You know, they all end up getting bailed out. All right, kept their billions, kept staying rich. All right, and left you American people with the debt. All right, left all you people getting your houses fucking foreclosed. All right, the house that you really didn't deserve because you couldn't afford the shit. You got that going on out here in America times a thousand. Okay, look at these articles, man. They say the U.S. economy is heading for recession. U.S. economy on shaking footing. Trump calls it a detox period. You ain't detox shit. You ain't detox shit. This shit is permanent. This shit is here to stay. It's too much fucking debt. All right. And the people that created most of the debt are your elites. All right. The rich of this world. Okay. And all that money and shit that they made off of that debt, they could easily pay this debt off. The Rothschilds could, and all these banking cartels could pay this shit off, but they're not gonna pay that shit off, man. They're gonna leave Babylon holding the bag. Okay. Tax cuts before tariffs. Why Trump must put the fragile U.S. economy first. U.S. economy adds 151,000 jobs in February. Unemployment rises slightly. You can't believe none of that shit, man. U.S. economy adds 150,000. They all bullshit ass jobs, man. Ain't no fucking jobs, man. You know what's going on comments, man? Everybody be talking about, man, ain't no fucking jobs. If it is a job, it's gonna be $12 an hour, $15 an hour. How the hell you gonna feed your family with that shit? in 2025, man. Okay, and if the men of the Lord are feeling it, imagine the people in this world, man. They definitely, feeling it, man. They feeling the pressure. The song "Under Pressure" and down the street. Yeah, that's what under pressure. That's what America is, man. Number pressure. When you go to fill up your gas tank, when you go to that to the grocery store, you know, number pressure, man. Hey, and as this article say, uncertainty. Okay, and everybody's looking to this guy, Red Hulk Nero, all right, to make things better for him, man. All right. Say Shark Tank star Mark Cuban issues terrifying warning on the U.S. economy and how Trump is fueling it. It say Mark Cuban has warned Elon Musk's shark-like approach to the federal workforce will tank the economy. The billionaire said making hundreds of thousands of people suddenly unemployed had a compounding effect that was how recessions start. Donald Trump initially empowered his first buddy to slash his way through the public service with his Department of Government Efficiency. Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's fucking insane. You just come in and fire 100,000 people. All right, get the fuck out of here. You know, how many of them people gonna turn to violence? How many of them people gonna turn to crime? How many of them people gonna beat the hell out of they out of their significant other or abuse their children? Off of that abrupt, job loss. Cause some of these people, man, they lose their minds, man. When they lose their job, you know, some of these people really, treat their job like it's their wife. So they treat that shit like they just caught their woman getting piped down when they walking through the door. That's how some people treat a job. You know, mainly these Edomites and these other heathen. But Jake, you've been around the block long enough, man. With Jake, man, just go on get that unemployment. You know, that's what Jake is used to. Jake used to being the last hired, first fired, man. But maybe the Judite woman, she not used to that. That Iscarite woman, the little pretty little Iscarite that laugh with all the fucking Edomites and go on lunch breaks. She not used to that shit. So these people be fucking losing it. And say tens of thousands have already let go, entire agencies gutted, and many times they offer buyouts, though a big chunk is suing for their jobs back. Suing for you. Good luck with that shit. It says Shark Tank host Cuban warned Americans not just to look at the number of cuts, but the knock-on effects of a massive surge in unemployment. Yeah, and these people that was making good money, you working for the government, you making at least, you making at least 40,000. A lot of these IRS jobs and shit. A lot of these people was judges, so that's six figures right there, man. And what the fuck you just gonna go somewhere else and be a damn judge, man? You know, Unless it's like in the private sector type judge. You know, this is a bigger issue than people realize. Not just jobs lost, but their families losing benefits. He wrote on social media this week. Landlords losing tenants. Yeah, cities and towns closing, losing revenue. This is how recession started. Ready Fire Aim is no way to govern. He said. He added, in an allusion to a firing squad that can't shoot straight. Yeah, and landlords losing tenants. Gonna be a lot of you B dubs. They had these government jobs that's about to get evicted. All right, a lot of y'all had y'all kids on your insurance. That's about to go away with. All right, you had planned to get your daughter them braces that she needed. All right, now you're gonna have to come. Slucky, now you're gonna have to come. You know what I'm saying? Out of pocket, man. Okay. It say private businesses may be starting to worry about the effect on the overall economy and pulling back on the number of staff they hire, and many had to lay off workers after their government contracts were scrapped. This both adds to an already tight jobs market in some industries and leaves laid off public servants fewer places to go. Yeah, man. Ain't man, I'm telling you, man, ain't no fucking job, man. Like out here in Houston, yeah, it's jobs, you know, it's jobs out here in Houston, but in these other parts of America, man, ain't no fucking work out there, man. Ain't no fucking work out there, especially not matching the cost of living. You know, it's a latest private sector employment figures showed 77,000 jobs were added last month, well below expectations of 148,000 and January's gain of 186,000. Education and health services, which stood to be hit by those slash contracts, lost 28,000 jobs, and trade, transportation, and utility category lost 33,000 as companies prepared for the impact of Trump's tariffs. I'm trying to say which stood to be hit by those slash contracts. I don't understand if that's saying that's private sector or that's government. You know, because it say trade. I guess it's talking about trade, transportation, and utility in the government sector. So that's a lot of people, man. Yeah, it's a policy uncertainty and a slowdown in consumer spending might have led to layoffs or a slowdown in hiring last month. Yeah, people ain't got no money to be spending shit on nothing, man. This nigga Trump talking about he gonna bring back manufacturing. He ain't gonna bring back shit, man. He ain't gonna bring back a fucking thing, man. This nigga just all talk. All right. If you had a brain in your damn head, you know, you just know that it's impossible, okay, to bring back America. It's impossible to bring back the manufacturing and all that shit. Them damn big wigs, all right, and them elites that took their companies to them other countries, they not coming back, man. What the fuck they gonna come back to America for? All right, when they supplanted themselves in these other nations and they got people doing the same quality of work, because the quality that came up, man. I work in oil and gas, and I see the parts and shit that they used to get from India a long time ago. Them shits was garbage. Okay, they was fucking trash, man. That shit them damn Elamites was doing over there was fucking garbage. But did you know what they did? Them fucking Edomites, they sent other Edomites to go over there, all right, and teach them damn dot heads, how to do the shit the right way. All right. And when you throwing money at shit, man, eventually that shit gonna get right. All right. And now them damn Elamites is over there cooking that shit up good. Now they parts are on par with the United States shit. And they paying you over here to do that same shit to forge that metal and that steel. They might pay you, $28 an hour, but over there, they only gotta pay them motherfuckers $8 an hour, $10 an hour. At the most, and I'm taking that shit up high. They might have to pay them motherfuckers only like $5 or some shit. You know, so they not coming back, man. And the jig is up. All right, the jig is up. America been sold out by the elite a long fucking time ago. I remember that used to be the argument. Why are these companies leaving America? They going here, they going there, and when nobody turning up on them, when nobody putting them in jail for that shit. All right, this is Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 6. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his, how long, and to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. Okay, so that's Babylon, man. Woe to him that increases that which is not his. All right. We know that the sinister history, all right, of Esau in this nation, man. All right. Increasing that which is not his. All right. Say how long, and to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. All right. That's what the devil did, man. That great debt. All right. Babylon is full of fucking debt, man. All right. And that's why it'll never be restored to the kingdom that it was. Okay. The Most High got this place in a trick bag, man. All right. The only solution that that the United States could have to get out of debt would be war. All right. War is perfect to get yourself out of debt and create a new financial situation. Okay. And that's what they're gonna go for. You know, the Most High gonna move them to make war. All right. And it's gonna be today they demise, man, and they destruction. All right. But that's all I had. You know, I pray that this lesson was edifying and shalom.